Sup, it's your boy Corey B. So, over the last week, there's been a substantial new dip in the market. This is not bad news. This isn't bad news. This isn't bad news. Okay, so the key is stop paying attention to what other people are saying and what other people are doing. Forget other people. Do some research. If you don't want to invest the time and effort to do the research, or you just don't know how, hire someone who does. Talk to someone who does. There's plenty of different, agencies and firms out there that'll help you. And if you don't want to go with one of those, like, seriously, don't just go to your homeboy. Don't just go to Tommy or Billy or your Uncle Joe. Like, for real. Don't go to somebody just because they're your friend or they're your family. It's not that simple. Go to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Go to somebody who has actually done the due diligence of actually researching, and they know what they're talking about. They know how the market works, okay? So what is going on in the market right now is not bad. It's not bad. Right now we're still we're still in this bear market, and that's okay. Bear market's not bad. Bear market's never bad. Bear market's the time for bulls to make their bank. You don't want to be in a bull market. What you've got to do is really just take the time to know what you're investing into. Know what you're buying into. Know the company that you're staking your money, your savings, your investment, what you're putting it into. Know the company. Know the dynamics of the economy right now, and like not just right now, but the future. Like, so what's the future of the economy? What's the future of this business that you've got a stake in? Okay, so right now you've got a stake in company X. You've got a stake in company B, a stake in company yellow. So you've got a stake in all these companies, right? You've got your portfolio that's you've diversified as much as you feel is reasonable, which is fine. I'm not even going to get into diversification right now. I'm just going to talk about the idea of you've got this stake in these companies, right? Okay, so now do your research about these companies. Check out what company yellow is doing. See what company B is doing. See what company X is doing. See what they're doing right now. Do they look like they're in trouble? Do they? Do they look like they're growing? Do they look like they have potential? Don't look at their stock number. Their stock number is nothing. It's meaningless. It doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. I've talked about this before. Ultimately, the stock market is going to be your biggest enemy. And that's not the market itself. That's not having stock in the company. Your stake in the company is your investment. That is going to be your friend. But the market itself, which tells you what that stake is worth, that's going to be your enemy. Because it's going to confuse you. It's going to toy with your mind. Okay, so if it's basically your silent partner, right? I've talked about this before. It's a silent partner. It's basically, okay, they're looking at you on a daily basis and saying, I'll buy you out. I'll buy you out. I'll buy you out. Hey, you bought this percentage of this company. You've got 1,000, 10,000, whatever. You've got this percentage of the company. I'll buy you out right now. I'll buy you out right now for X amount of dollars. I'll buy you out right now. And that stock price, that's what they're willing to buy you out for. And if it's less than what you paid into it, if it's less, unless you believe that company's going out of business, you don't sell. I had a good friend that was telling me they retired. They've already been retired. They've been retired for several years now. And they were telling me about 3 months ago. 3 months ago, they were looking at their portfolio, and their portfolio was... And they're like, this portfolio, this is my retirement. This is my stake. This is my investment. This is my future. And I was like, that's okay. Hold on. Sit tight. And they're like, yeah, but it's tanking, it's going away, all my money, I've lost, I think one day she came to me and she was like, I lost $11,000. I lost $11,000 this week. I was like, okay, it's fine, it's just a number. It's just a number. Now you're like, $11,000, that's not just a number, that's my money. Yeah, okay, it's just a number. And she said, then she was come back to me in a few weeks, and she was looking over things. She was like, yeah, well, I lost 11,000 that month, and I lost, or 11,000 that week, but I lost this much this week, and I lost this much the month before, and the month before that I had already lost so much. She's like, in the last 4 months, I'm looking at this, I've already tanked over $40,000, and I was like, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, $40,000. Nobody's gonna sneeze at 40,000 and say 40,000 isn't a lot of money. It's a lot of money, especially when you're talking about it's your retirement. But at the point that you've already lost it. Now, if you could have seen this coming, if you predicted it, if you were watching the market and you were watching things happen and you're watching things change, and you're like, man, I'm about to lose some money. Okay, if you're about to lose some money, do something. But 40,000, it's already gone. You selling now isn't gonna get that 40,000 back. That 40,000's gone. Now, if you want to recoup those 40,000, if you want to gain that money back, you can do one of two things. Either you can hold fast because you know the companies that you've invested into are going to make that money back. That money's coming back into your pocket. It's just a matter of time. Or you can look at those companies that you've invested into, say, hey, you know what? I'm a little bit on the fence. I'm not sure about these companies. I'm not sure. I don't think they're going out of business, but I'm not sure if they have the stay power or the profitability to bring me back from that $40,000 tank. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so look at what else is out there. Where can you re-leverage what you've got left? Where can you strategically move that money? Because if you're down 40,000 and you're diversified, so you've got, a stake in, I don't know, let's say 10. You've got a stake in 10 different companies, and in those 10 companies, you've just lost $40,000. You may have lost a piece in this, a piece in that, but overall, you've lost 40,000. 40,000 in 10 companies, that right there is a lot. But let's just say, like I said, just for argument's sake, let's say it's 10. So, can you take the bigger ones? If you've lost it across 10 companies, then that means other companies are out there losing money too. And so while those other companies are down, maybe it's time to strategically move your funds from these companies and re-leverage them in other companies. Is that a wise decision for you to make? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I know what I'm doing. I'm staying fast. I've taken money in one or two companies and said, you know what, these companies, they've hit their peak. I don't believe that that's where my money needs to continue to be. And it's not even that I don't think that they can continue to grow or recoup whatever losses they may have. It's just that, you know what, honestly, it's just not the company for me. This time that I've cut ties with one or two companies. But there's been very few companies that I've felt the need to cut ties with. And ultimately, it's because I bought into companies for the long haul. I bought into companies with a longevity. I bought into companies that I'm not looking at saying, I've never, ever, ever been a turn and burn stock person. Never. I don't believe in that. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. I've known lots of people who do turn and burn all the time, and they make their cheddar, they move on, they cash out, and they walk away with a pocket full of money, and they're not worried about whether the company continues to grow or whether it was just a fluke. They're not worried about that. All they're worried about is the cash in their hand. They're looking for fast profitability, and they're not really holding on for the big money. See, to me, that's where they miss, because the big money comes from longevity. The big money, the Buffett money, the Munger money, this money comes from long-time stakes. You know what I'm saying? This comes from longevity. This comes over time. It's not going to come overnight. So that's where my head is at. So the companies that I've invested in are the companies that I believe in. I believe in their staying power. I believe in their longevity. I believe in their profitability. I believe that what they're doing is going to test time. So, while there's this dip this week, you know what I'm doing? I'm buying more clearance stock. That's right. That's what you got to look at it, man. You got to go with that old school mentality, that Kmart blue light special mentality. You got to look at the stock market as, it is on sale. How can I get more? They were having a big, okay, when we was kids, we was growing up, they'd have a big special. They'd have a sale on, I don't know. Yeah. they'd have a sale on after Halloween. My neighbor, she buys up for every holiday. She's always got the coolest stuff. She's got stuff for Halloween. She's got stuff for Christmas. She does her whole house, her whole yard. People come from around. She was on the news last year. Year before last, she was on the news. It was crazy. It was local news, but it was super cool, man. I mean, it's because she just goes above and beyond all the time. And even during COVID, she was like, "This is going to be a light for the children. This is going to be a light for the neighborhood." She didn't stop just because of COVID, and that's why she got featured on the news. They thought it was such a cool, uplifting piece on the news to feature her. But the thing is she didn't break her bank doing this. The day after Christmas, the week after Christmas, she goes up and buys all kinds of Christmas stuff. The week after Halloween, the day after Halloween, she goes up and buys all kinds of Halloween stuff. The day after Thanksgiving, she bought up Thanksgiving stuff. She buys up stuff right afterwards and saves it for the year because it's clearanced. It's not going out of style. It's just the store doesn't have room for it. That's what you got to look at the stock market. Right now in a bear market, that's what you got to do. You're like, it's a bear market. What are we going to do? Should I drop my stock? Should I turn and run? No, you shouldn't turn and run. You should buy more. Buy more, buy more, buy more. Be a bull and a bear. We're on the cusp. I'm telling you, we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of a bull market. Don't be too late. We're on the cusp. We're teetering on the brink of the market, and the economic structure of what you see today is turning. It's turning right now. It's turning. Don't miss your chance. Don't miss your chance, because you won't get it back. You won't get an opportunity like this. I said it before. My homeboy reminds me all the time. My man, like telling you, homeboy's like a brother. Homeboy's my business partner. Like solid, brilliant man. And he reminds me on a regular basis. Corey. He's like, Corey. Sometimes he just texts me, just sends me a message. He's like, man, what are you doing? You hustling today? He's like, recessions build millionaires. Millionaires are spawned out of recessions. If you didn't know that, stay tuned, man, because I'm gonna lay it down for you. You want to be one of those? You want to be one of those who walk out of this, walk around. You come out the other end of this of the recession. You come out the other end of this economic downpour. You want to come out at the end of this bear market and be like, yeah, that's right. I got mine. That's right. Get yours. Don't sit back. Don't sit back and wait. Don't get scared. Don't sit here and be like, oh man, well, everybody is saying in the news that the stock market is tanking, so maybe I should just sell off my. It's tanking. Why would you want to sell? Who has ever said buy high, sell low? You buy low and you sell high. So right now, buy. I don't care what you buy. This isn't here as a stock tip. This isn't here as, oh, let me pitch a stock for you. You wanted me to pitch you a stock? Talk to me. Comment below, message me. Y'all know how to find me. Y'all know how to find me on IG is being Corey B. And plenty of y'all have messaged me on Facebook. Y'all have messaged me on here. Y'all know how to find me. Y'all want to find me? Find me. Y'all want to talk stocks? Let's talk stocks. But here, this is not a stock tip. This is a public service announcement. The market took a dip this week. Good. You lost some money this week. Good. Everybody lost some money this week. Good. That means it's time. It's time for you to capitalize. Get yours right now. Don't miss this chance. Don't miss this chance. Don't miss this opportunity to stake your claim in what people have seen as a huge. People are calling it this huge stock market crash. No, it's not done. It's not crashed. It's not over. It's just dip, baby. And when it dips, what do, baby? You dip with it. So I'm telling you, get yours. Stay tuned. Be sure you hit that like button, get your boy some love, subscribe, ding the bell, get your notifications. Stay tuned. I got so much more coming at you. I got me and the boys doing all kinds of craziness. We're always up to different things, so y'all stay tuned for that. But y'all stay tuned because I'm going to keep laying this knowledge on y'all. I'm going to keep dropping real information so y'all can get ahead, because it's time for y'all to stop settling for just enough. Just enough's not enough. God didn't intend for you to have just enough. He blessed you in abundance. Let's go get it. It's out there. It's waiting for us. All right, till next time, it's your boy. Later.